Self-driving cars are no longer science fiction, they are rapidly approaching reality. This new technology promises to revolutionize transportation. Imagine fewer accidents, less traffic, and increased mobility for everyone. However, it also presents complex ethical dilemmas. Can self-driving cars make life-or-death decisions? How do we program them to navigate human morality? Can an algorithm understand the value of human life? These urgent issues demand our attention. The development of self-driving cars forces us to confront our values. What principles should guide these vehicles? Should they prioritize passenger safety above all else? Or minimize overall harm, even if it means sacrificing a few? The ethical implications are far-reaching. We must proceed with caution and engage in thoughtful dialogue about the potential consequences. The trolley problem, a classic thought experiment in ethics, has gained renewed relevance in the age of self-driving cars. This problem presents a stark moral dilemma. A runaway trolley is headed towards 5 people tied to the tracks. You have the power to switch the trolley to a different track, but doing so will kill one person tied to that track. Do you intervene and save the 5 lives at the cost of one, or do you do nothing and allow the 5 to die? This thought experiment highlights the complexities of moral decision-making in unavoidable harm situations. There is no easy or universally accepted answer. While the trolley problem is simplified, it helps us think about the ethical challenges posed by self-driving cars. These vehicles will face situations where they must make split-second decisions with potentially fatal consequences. How should we program these vehicles to respond in such situations? Should they follow a utilitarian calculus, minimizing overall harm, or adhere to a deontological framework where certain actions are inherently wrong? These are difficult questions with no easy answers. While the trolley problem provides a useful framework for ethical considerations, real-world scenarios are far more complex. Self-driving cars will encounter a myriad of unpredictable situations that defy easy categorization. Imagine a scenario where a self-driving car is forced to choose between hitting a pedestrian crossing the street illegally or swerving into oncoming traffic, potentially harming its occupants. There are no right answers in such situations, only a series of agonizing choices with potentially tragic outcomes. Moreover, self-driving cars must navigate a world designed for human drivers, with all its inherent inconsistencies and imperfections. They will encounter jaywalkers, cyclists running red lights, and other unpredictable behaviors that defy even the most sophisticated algorithms. The challenge lies in programming these vehicles to respond safely and ethically in a world that is often anything but safe and ethical. It is a daunting task, one that requires collaboration between engineers, ethicists, policymakers, and the public at large. Programming ethics and avoiding bias. Programming ethics into self-driving cars is a monumental task. It requires translating complex moral principles into algorithms that can be understood and executed by machines. One of the key challenges is avoiding bias. Human biases, both conscious and unconscious, can easily creep into algorithms, leading to potentially discriminatory outcomes. For instance, if the training data used to develop these algorithms is not diverse enough, it could result in self-driving cars that are less safe for certain demographics, such as people with darker skin tones or pedestrians wearing certain types of clothing. To mitigate bias, it is crucial to ensure that the development of self-driving car technology involves diverse voices and perspectives. This includes not only engineers and computer scientists but also ethicists, social scientists, and members of the communities that will be most impacted by this technology. Transparency and accountability are also essential. The decision-making processes of self-driving cars should be as transparent as possible, allowing for scrutiny and independent audits. This will help build public trust and ensure that these vehicles are operating in a fair and equitable manner. The need for accountability and regulation. As self-driving cars become more prevalent, it is imperative to establish clear lines of accountability. If an accident occurs, who is responsible? Is it the manufacturer of the vehicle, the software developer, the owner, or perhaps even the passenger? The answers to these questions are far from straightforward. Traditional legal frameworks may not be adequate to address the unique challenges posed by self-driving cars. New laws and regulations will likely be needed to determine liability and ensure that victims of accidents involving autonomous vehicles have access to justice. Moreover, the widespread adoption of self-driving cars raises important questions about data privacy and security. These vehicles will collect vast amounts of data about our movements, driving habits, and even our personal lives. Protecting this data from misuse and ensuring that it is used responsibly is paramount. In conclusion, the advent of self-driving cars presents us with a complex tapestry of ethical, legal, and societal challenges. Addressing these challenges proactively and responsibly is crucial to ensuring that this transformative technology benefits all of humanity.